What we just heard Jesus say in the Gospel of Luke is probably one of the most difficult challenges of the Christian life. But it is what Jesus did. So we do what Jesus does. We have to try. Love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you, and all of the other things that were part of that gospel passage. We might ask, well, how could Jesus do it? And we might have a simple answer, well, he was God. Well, it's more than that. Yes, it's because he's God, but being God, he also knew, as we now should know, is that every single human being was made in the image and likeness of God. Even without baptism, every human being has the Spirit of God within him or her. How could it be otherwise? You can't be without the Spirit of the Creator who created you or me. Every single person, no matter how horrific we might think he or she may be, has the Spirit of God within them. Yes, sin can cover it up. There can be a lot of other psychological and other emotional issues that make it difficult to see. But we have to stick to that truth of our faith. Every human being is made in the image and likeness of God. In our Five Saints mission last November, John Leonetti challenged us all. He says, how much do you love Jesus? Think of the person you like least, the person you have the hardest time with, and how you think about them or approach them. That's how much you love Jesus. The one that's, in a sense, lowest on our totem pole is how much we love Jesus. Very challenging. And I've said many times, we have to remind ourselves, though, that liking and loving someone is not the same thing. We can always love people, no matter who they are. Doesn't necessarily mean we have to like them. And then it's, again, as I said many times, it helps, I think, to understand Jesus' command with Bishop Robert Barron's definition of love, which is to will the good of the other. Then it makes sense. It is possible that, yes, we can love our enemies. We can do good for those who might have even hurt us, that those who may not like us, and maybe those who make our lives miserable, that we could actually pray for them. And I would have no qualms to say that this is easy. It's not easy for me. But we're asked to respect that spark of God that is in each person that we know by faith. We know it's there. And so that's why we keep trying to respond to people with that kind of respect, willing their good, trying to even do good things for them, maybe even in secret, that we just try to keep pulling, in a sense, the goodness of God that is within them out of them. It's not easy. So I'd like for each of us to take just a little more time in silence after I sit down here to think about this. Who do I have a hard time with? Or who is it that I can't get along with? Or maybe who has hurt me? How have I been responding? How have I been responding to that person? Do I love them? Do I will their good? Do I pray for them? Or even try to do good for them? Or am I spiteful? Do I want to get even? Am I indifferent? Do I choose to gossip about him or her? Or do I just close myself off from that person that I have a hard time with, or the person that may have hurt me? Let's think about that for a little bit.